What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Outlet Podcast. My name is Harry Dogwall. I'm joined here with my good friend Pravdeep.
If you guys enjoy the podcast and learn something new, or it has benefited you in any way, shape, or form, all we ask is you share it on social media, share it with your friends, leave it a 5-star review.
Get it out there. And today we've got a very, very special guest. You guys are definitely going to enjoy this one. It's with Mr. Pavan Lakhat.
Pavan Lakhat, how are you guys doing today? How are you guys doing?
It's the boy, bro. We used to kick it with this guy in high school, and he's doing some big things, man.
Definitely a very, extremely interesting personality right here. And honestly, his story is one for the books, man.
Yeah, dude. Especially knowing you from high school. Dude, you used to work at JCPenney's, right?
Yeah. That's a funny thing, a story, honestly, with that JCPenney. It's honestly become kind of a meme in the Madden community. One day me and my boy Sahil, we do a bunch of vlogs and just in general, just YouTube work. We're kind of transitioning into that a little bit. We were going to the mall because we had a Madden tournament in LA. I want to say that day after that. And we were just going to the mall, buying some clothes. You gotta look nice going to LA, man. LA is definitely a good vibe.
Definitely, bro.
So we were there. We came out and we happened to just be perched up next to JCPenney. and him, he's like, bro, you got to say something, just say something. And at the time, it was just all in one take. We always do things in one take, just straight off the dome, straight off what you got to say off your mind. So I said a little something cringy. I think I said, I used to work at JCPenney, and now I'm shopping here or something. It became a meme for sure. Obviously, it's not what I meant like that. It was kind of a thing I used to work at JCPenney, and now I'm a Madden tournament LA type of thing, and we're moving. Get out of that mindset. That's how it was meant to be, but it became a meme. So I'm definitely not mad. It was pretty funny. But yeah,
it's dope though. At least it got you out there. Memes definitely get out there, man.
Oh yeah, for sure.
That's when you blow up and stuff, dude.
Definitely.
So now you're doing these big things, right? You're winning lots of money at these Madden tournaments. Take us back to high school times. What did you have to do? What were the first initial steps?
All right, I got you. So basically, in high school, I want to say I started playing Madden 15 either sophomore or junior year. Mm-hmm. And, it was just a constant grind. At first it was a hobby. And then slowly, once you start winning money on it, you want to keep winning. And I had the skill for sure. And I had the people surrounding me to help me get better and just, teach me not only about the game, but just in general, how to educate yourself and just be the best you can be in the game, out the game, and overall just make the right decisions. So I wasn't the best student in school. I could have definitely been. My mom always tells me I'm smart. Obviously, your mom's going to tell you you're smart. I know I'm smart myself. But I honestly, in high school, I spent a lot of my time grinding Madden. And, instead of studying and all that, I was studying Madden, studying the game. And I would often ask, could I get the answers or, try to look on Quizlet or whatever. I mean, it wasn't the proper way to go at all for high school. And, you just got to find it yourself, what you want to do, how you want to do it. I'm not here to tell you what to do. But so far I could say it's been a success grinding Madden over. I'm not saying over school. I mean, I'm still taking college courses at Yuba College. I'm doing pretty well.
Boom.
But for sure, those I kind of sacrificed over there and it's paid off so far.
Yeah.
And, I could tell you all the accomplishments and all that later on or whatnot. But for now, let's just, start the intro or whatever.
Let's do it, bro.
For sure, man.
So, what sparked before you made any money, right? What sparked this initial dude, I'm gonna do this. Before you made any money, what was the first initial step?
Okay, so I guess I could say I always liked sports, and in high school I didn't play sports. I was very fond of basketball, but honestly, I'll say I wasn't the best basketball player. Plus, at that time, I was very short. I hadn't hit my growth spurt. Right now, I'm standing at a clean 6 foot. So, they always post Twitter memes. They always post some Twitter memes that if you're 5'11", under 5'11", don't talk to me type of thing. You know what I mean? So
I'm sitting
the
here at
6 foot.
5'8".
Hey, all the ladies,
No,
he's
no,
clean. He's clean
we're
6 foot.
we're chilling, bro. We're chilling, Harry. But
Hey, we're
yeah,
kings, man. All right.
yeah, exactly, bro. Exactly. So I always knew I was like competitive and wanted to play some type of sport, or
Mhm.
just want to do something where I could leave my heart on the line, be passionate, and just overall make others proud. And
Mhm.
like when I started at the time in high school, esports wasn't like a common thing, and here in Yuba City, I still don't know if it's a common thing, like learning about esports. Everyone plays video games, but I don't know if people know about esports. But that's why Twitter and Twitch, Instagram, YouTube, all those things are so great. I was watching like Twitch Madden games for money or tournament games during like Spanish class and stuff, I remember. And and I don't know, it's just like I seen those people like just being so locked in and
Mhm.
just showing like showing emotion when they need to show emotion when they get a big play, and
Mhm.
just staying composed. Like it's a real sport. Like esports, in my opinion, like it's like actual sports. So there's a lot of thinking going on in it. There's a lot of, you gotta use your fingers. You gotta have hand-eye coordination. You gotta
Mhm.
use your mental more than anything else, any other sport. So you know, I've made that correlation that this is real sports and this is something you can win money on, make people proud, get supporters off of, and seeing that, it sparked me for sure to get into the competitive scene of Madden and just do my best I could do
Mhm.
at these tournaments and games.
That's dope, bro. So then
Hmm.
you would say, you were telling me a little bit how you like love sports and you always wanted to play sports. So what was like why did this manifest with Madden instead of something like say basketball or like
NBA
football?
2K.
Okay, that's a great question. I did play a little bit of 2K, and I don't know, it wasn't as enjoyable as Madden. And overall, my dad used to play Madden with me and my brother when we were around like 8 or 10 years old.
Mhm.
And that's just good memories. And I honestly will say that's like my first thing of like, okay, I want to play Madden. I like how this guy's rated a 90 overall and this guy's not, because that's realistic. Like this guy is obviously better than this guy in real life. That type of thing. I like those stats, and like just, I don't know, Madden. I know 2K has those stats too, but Madden is just a different type of feel.
Mhm.
I feel like you have more control on over Madden. Like 2K, if you pull up and shoot a green 3-pointer in my face, I'm gonna be hot, bro. I'm gonna be mad because I cannot do anything about that if you make that three. And Madden, you could control it a little better, in my opinion.
Okay, so you would say Madden feels a little bit more like realistic and like makes more sense with the world, like real world.
I mean, people have different opinions on that. Trust me, like if you go on the Madden Twitter, people are gonna be like, "Oh, this is not realistic or not." But in my opinion, yeah, like it's overall more fun to me. Madden is more fun to me, and yeah, it feels a little more realistic. Like, I have more control over 2K, I'd say. And obviously, I'm not good at 2K too, so that's kind of why I'm saying that too.
Right. So then you started picking up Madden 2K15 around, you said junior or sophomore year?
Um, I want to say it was sophomore year. I got the new PlayStation 4 that came out probably, I think, 2014 or 2013. I got it around like 2015. I got it a little later. I didn't always get the consoles when they came out. It was always kind of like I gotta earn it type of thing
Oh,
with my
okay.
parents.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's just
Mhm.
yeah, I can feel that.
How did
yeah.
your parents feel, like knowing that you're taking on Madden and you're going to these tournaments? Like, what was their initial reaction?
So their initial reaction was, first when I was grinding the game heavy. Um,
Mhm.
they wanted me not to play as much as I was, and
Mhm.
it's understandable for sure, because we're the newest generation. We know like about a lot about the technology going on and like how things work, Twitter and all that. Your parents don't have Twitter, I'm sure, and
Yeah.
parents don't have Twitch or whatnot. But so I knew a little bit more than them, but they're still my parents, so I had to respect their commands. I had to, some days, if I was, because I will say I was obsessed with Madden. So some days, I guess they had to, sometimes take away my PS4,
Damn.
not over any wild things. So it's just cause, and I would always try to find it and, like find it and start playing again. But that's what they, my mom at least, got in the first game. My dad was, cool with it. He just, as long as you're in the house, you're having fun, so be it. But that's what they thought at first. But obviously, I made this Madden tournament run in my senior year, first semester. The tournament wasn't the second semester. The first semester was where you played online. And it was Madden 18. I made the tournament, and it was in Orlando. So my parents thought it was a scam. Like, they saw the email. I was like, oh, it's Orlando. What is this? This is a scam for sure. But I showed them the plane tickets, and at the time I was 17, so I had to take my dad. And, when my dad saw the facility, all the computers and stream technology, all the video game consoles lined up next to each other, he knew it was like for real. And he told my mom,
this is legit.
yeah. He told my mom, and obviously at that I ended up winning $5,000. I got 32. I got 32nd place overall. There was probably like 216 players. So
damn,
I felt like, it was a pretty good tournament run for your first tournament. And the guy I ended up losing to was his name is Problem, right? He's like, they call him the Madden GOAT. So he's the greatest of all time. And I had to match up with him in the first tournament, my first tournament, and I only lost by 3 points that game. And I could have ended up winning. But it kind of, I don't know, I just like unexperienced, and he knew a lot about the game compared to me. And another thing I want to say, my dad was in the stands, and it was like, he was telling me it was outnumbered. Like, he and maybe one more person were rooting for me. And everybody, literally, it was arena. It's like a full crowd of people just rooting for, whoever you want to root for. And everyone was rooting for Problem. As I'm not mad. Like, he's a GOAT. Like, everyone would. So,
yeah, and then you're just like the new guy on the block.
You were like the underdog.
Yeah, and that type of stuff, like, that's another thing. Like, that just, I want all my supporters, or I just love seeing that type of things, bro. The audiences, the crowds. Another aspect of it being like a sport,
So you like being like the underdog type of deal?
Oh yeah, for sure. If I ever have a chance to be an underdog in any Madden game or anything, bro, like even life, bro, I always want to be the underdog, bro, and just catch them off guard.
Yeah, that puts you in a position of power right there.
Yes, for sure.
So
100%.
For the people out there who aren't understanding this underdog mentality, can you like go over it? Like, why would you want to be the underdog?
Okay, so I'm gonna put this in Madden, and I'm gonna try to translate it into like life a little bit, for at least my aspects on it. And Madden, if you're the underdog, you're gonna catch them by surprise. They're not gonna be labbing up for you, preparing for your scheme, preparing for the plays you run. They're gonna be more thinking about, okay, this guy, Problem, right? He's a GOAT, so I'm going to put a target on his back every game, every tournament. That's the guy I got to look out for. If you're the underdog, you're just going to sneak up right under their nose, and boom, you're in the finals, and you're going to win it. And, and that's how in life you can kind of translate it a little bit too. Like, the people counting you out, like, who cares? Just keep going at it. No one's, if there's no one counting on you or expecting to make it far, just do it yourself, bro. Like, put the pressure on yourself, and good things will come out of it.
Yeah, so like some people like brush you off, kind of, right? They don't like take you too seriously, but like you deep down know that, like, dude, I'm serious.
Seriously.
Come there, I'm gonna smack you up. But you don't, you don't like show it. You're kind of like back, right? And then everyone's like chilling when you approach, but then like you actually bring your A game, and they have their B game.
100%. Yeah, I actually did, like, one of the tournament games I had. There's this guy named Echo Fox Joke. Echo Fox was a gaming organization, a big one, a great one. And this guy Joke made so many Madden tournaments before. He's like in a good ass organization, gaming organization. Well, me, I made only one tournament. I'm just a local kid from Yuba City. I'm representing the Raiders, and I came in that tournament, and I did definitely feel I was 100% the underdog, and I definitely do feel like at that game he kind of brushed me off, and then we were in the game. It's the fourth quarter. I'm winning by 2 points, and then boom, I get a pick six, and that's how I win. And I got up out of my chair and started capping at him, bro. If you all ever need to see some some real life like motivation or capping, my Instagram page has the clip. So I got up out of my chair, started capping at him, and I even said, oh, for everyone, keep betting against me. I love being the underdog. I said that myself.
Damn.
I said that out loud. And
that's inspirational, bro.
Yeah.
That's some motivation type shit right there. Go ahead and shout out your Instagram for us real fast.
Yeah, we'll put it down below.
For sure. If you guys want to follow my Instagram, Twitch, Twitter, anything, all my social medias are the same. It's Pavan Lakhat, PavanLakhat. No spaces, no underscores. There it is for y'all.
Yep, and his IG is going to be down below. So, Pavan, like, you're winning these games, right? It's not just no average guy that wins these games. Like, what's the mentality that you, like, adopted? Like, what's the mentality that you had to, like, go through in order to, like, push the boundaries?
So the mentality I have during these games, I'm not going to lie. For every game I play, and I feel like everyone deals with this too, the pre-game, you're always anxious, always nervous. You always have butterflies. You always, oh, I don't know if I could do this. Obviously, it's just a natural thing a lot of people go through, even myself. But trust me, when there's like they have it set up where there's two chairs, two monitors, not where you could see each other's monitors, so kind of fairly close, but not that close. But once we get called up from the players' lounge where we just chill and kick it, and transition to where we sit and play. When I sit in that chair and I load up my music, I become a whole different person. People have told me this. All those self-doubts, all those anxiety. I'm still a little nervous, but like it's a good nervous, if you know what I mean. If you felt that, yeah, it's like I'm gonna get this done. I got supporters on my back. I got people counting on me. I got a little pressure, but it's a good type of pressure. Pressure makes diamonds. At the end of the day, you got to be a diamond. You got to shine. Without the grind, there's no shine.
That.
Yeah, that's a soundbite right there, man.
So with like me, it's like I chew on gum. I listen to my music, and I sometimes recite those lyrics, mumble them to myself, or just get locked in. But trust me, when you sit in that chair, I become a whole different person. I become super locked in. I don't even look at my opponent until I need to. I just look at the screen and just look down. Just look at my music or whatnot, and just think about. I just try to be as calm as possible. Just think about don't think about the game until we're in the game. Just think about how you made it this far already, and you're gonna you could go further or whatnot. It's just a lot of calm thoughts, and then the game is there, and by the time you know it, you're already in the fourth quarter. It's honestly crazy how you just stay locked in, stay consistent, listening to your music, and the game goes by super fast. And I don't know, I get super happy, I get super hyped. I cap at my opponents sometimes, and that's all just natural. Like it's not like I'm thinking, oh, I want to call him this or whatnot. It's just all comes out natural.
Okay. So that sounds like a lot of passion right there, man.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So you'd say you have kind of like a routine for every single game. Like you chew your gum, you put your music in, and then you think that routine sets you up for like success, like those calm thoughts, those like that rhythm, like I'm going to get this, I'm going to go in, this is my time type of deal.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely in the tournament I won, I did the same routine the whole tournament. In the players' lounge, it's all jokes and it's all fun. Unless you're the next one playing, like I said, you're going to be a little anxious. But when you transition to the game, it's a whole new system. And sometimes I'd even say this about the last game or the last comment I had. Sometimes if your opponent is new to the stage, and like not even they have to be new, because I was new to the stage and I was still able to be consistent, calm. Sometimes you could feel when your opponent is nervous. Like I don't know, you just had to be there and you feed off their energy. Like, oh, this guy obviously he don't want to be up here. He's really good, but maybe he's good online and not in the chair. And I kind of sometimes I like to feed off that, or I let them know that they'll see me, they'll know I'm not nervous or whatnot, and then I kind of feed off their energy a little bit sometimes, and that's worked out a few times for me already.
Definitely.
So you like come up there with like confidence, kind of, right?
Yeah, definitely. Just kind of show them like I'm not nervous, I'm not messing around. I'm not making jokes anymore like I was 20
Oh.
minutes. I was making jokes. Now I'm
Mhm.
not making any type of jokes. I'm here to
Locked
win.
in,
I'm here
ready to
to
go.
yeah,
So then,
exactly.
you're like taking down a lot, or like you're at least faring well against all of these like bigger names and like supposedly better players. So what do you think you personally do differently? Like, do you think you practice harder than these people? Do you think you're like doing research on the game or like perfecting your craft better? Like, what are you doing differently that they're not?
Honestly, I would say I surround myself with a lot of great people.
Oh.
I have two people I could always shout out forever. These dudes will always help me and always will have my back. I'll have theirs. Alan and Henry, they're both two younger kids. Alan is 17. Henry's I think 17 now too. But I used to grind like just have fun and play them and play just like the non-competitive modes with them and
Mhm.
we grinded so much last year, Madden 19, and those dudes got me so ready. And this year, they're having a lot of success too.
Mhm.
But I would say the people I surround myself with got me really well in this game in Madden. And then overall, I'll say we do a lot of research, and we also you got to have an open mind in Madden. Like
Oh.
people will always, it's just like sports. People are going to do the same things, same tendencies, same plays, same schemes, and all that. But if you have an open mind and you think outside the box a little bit, you could find something that sets you over the edge. And it doesn't even have to be a big like thing. The tournament I ended up winning, everyone was kind of running the similar type of plays and all that. And then I had changed only two things, two different playbooks, which gave me different plays. And the way I set up my defense was different too. And the results showed like people were complimenting me for the whole year. Like, wow, you had a really nice offense. You had a really good defense that I've never seen before. So if you keep your mind open and good results will always come.
So you like try to think outside the box and look
Uh-huh.
for like you're not set in your ways. You're not like this is the way I do it. So this is the way I'm going to do it
Oh
always.
no. I hate, honestly. Hate is a strong word, but I really do dislike when people try to say, "Oh, this is how you do it. This is how you're supposed to do it."
Mm.
Obviously, there's things that that make sense for that, but for me, it's always I gotta try that, and I gotta see if it works for me, or I
Mm.
gotta try this and see if it's like successful before I just throw it out the window. Like, oh, this isn't good. Like someone will tell me that, I'm like, bro, you haven't even tried it. How do you know? Like, I,
Oh.
I will get very like, I will start an argument with them when someone ever tries to tell me something like that.
Yeah, honestly, that
Oh.
makes me happy, man. That's
Yeah,
like
dude, for real.
that translates so well into actual real life because every new experience, you have to be open to it and actually try it out for yourself and see how it works
Uh-huh.
for you. So I mean, a lot of the stuff that you're saying literally translates directly to real life.
Dude, for real, man.
Like,
Yes, sir. It's honestly crazy. Like people think, oh, video games is like so foreign or so out the world, but end of the day, you can make so many connections with it.
hmm
Yeah, man. Like you gotta basically block out the little chicken littles, in life. Like there's always
That's
gonna be like,
facts, bro.
yeah, there's always gonna be those people in your life who are like, hey, bro, you gotta do this, you gotta do that, right? Or don't do this, don't do
Or
that.
you can't do this. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. I know.
So
That's great advice.
how do you like block those people that are haters kind of? Or say like, dude, you're taking a risky path, like don't do this, the chicken littles in life. How do you block
Yeah.
those littles?
Honestly, like, in person, sometimes I will tell them straight up, like, obviously I told you, but right now I'll have an argument. Oh, you can't do this, you
Mm-hmm.
can't do that, and I'll argue with them. But sometimes, like, there's just no point in wasting energy on them. I mean, if there's someone you can respect and you can, have a conversation with and argue with them and try to have a good argument. Don't just try to like brainwash someone. Just try to like, have good flow. I'm trying to think of the word.
like
Just
a
have a good,
discussion.
yeah, discussion, debate. Don't just try to brainwash someone. But if it's someone that that's consistently doing it, someone you don't really you don't think you can respect or you can't they've shown you before that I can't really respect you, then I just I'll just like I'll listen to it, but at the end of the day I'm not listening to you. I'm just gonna
Mm-hmm.
say, oh, okay, and then I'm just out of there. I'm not even gonna try to say another word or waste my breath on you. That's how I kind of deal with it. Like,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because like me and Harry, we're on the similar boat where we're like, we have an open mind, but we're not open to those people who are not open-minded, you know, who like try to
Yeah.
force things on you, you know.
Mm-hmm. I
'Cause,
understand.
yeah, we're big, like we support that a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Because like
One thing real
honestly,
quick,
Mhm.
like I always see this and with my friends, I always try to tell them, bro, like, especially like I said, Alan, Henry, they're a little younger. They'll sometimes like, when you're little, like I'm not calling them completely little, but they're like in high school and stuff, and
Yeah.
I've seen them in years before, like they're just argue with someone. I'll just tell them, bro, why are you arguing? You already know,
Dude.
like you're in the right. Like don't even waste your energy, and then, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but they'll see the picture, like, in the future for sure.
Yeah, speaking on that, dude, like you can take the horse to the water, right? But you can't force the horse to drink the water.
Yeah, exactly. That's a good, man. That's a good
Yeah.
boom,
analogy. That's a good quote.
quote, analogy,
Yeah,
soundbite,
yeah.
everything.
Hmm. That's
Yeah,
a great
everything,
one.
bro. So, if you were to go back in life, or like go back to the old Pavan, the high school Pavan, what would you tell yourself back then? Like,
I would tell myself that everything's gonna be all right. You just gotta remember that. I know they say life is short, but like it goes on, like it goes on, and one day could seem like, oh, your entire life, but at the end of the day, like it just goes on and on. Like you don't know what's gonna happen next year or the year after that. So you gotta live every day as you can. But at the end of the day, just always hope for the positive results, and never question yourself, never put yourself in doubt. If you want to do something, you got to do it 100%, or you might as well not do it. Because when you put self doubt in yourself, then the haters are winning. The people that are giving you those thoughts, or the people that you think are thinking, or you think that are saying this, or thinking this, it becomes true. Like, oh, why
yeah.
am I, judging like, why am I being self-conscious or whatever? You just gotta just go with the flow and give your
Boom.
100%, whatever it is,
Boom.
If
Mhm.
you trust yourself, then that's the only person you should, trust.
Boom.
Definitely,
Boom.
bro. That's some powerful, powerful
I
stuff you
know,
just said
man.
right there, man.
And then
Hmm.
you also, like going back a little bit, you also are a heavy, like go on surrounding yourself with the right type of people, right?
Yeah, of course.
So always surround yourself with like-minded people, or people who are open-minded and want to grow in our own similar paths as you,
Yeah,
right?
I will say that too, but don't always like leave out the people that may think a little differently than you, because
Mm-hmm.
like I said, open minded. You could bring, like I've done this many times in Madden, where I people call it. I mean, I'll just say you implement someone else's scheme or play into your thing, and with the knowledge you already have
Mm-hmm.
that they may not have, with that one play, you just got so much better. So
Mm-hmm.
I may already have a lot of Madden skill on someone else, but if
Mm-hmm.
I see a play
Mm,
that's working, and
Boom.
that's really good, I'm gonna put that into my scheme. And I know
Mm.
you could kind of relate that to real life too. I don't know
Dude,
how to say it, but the concept is
yeah,
there for sure.
I
yeah.
think
So
it'd be
you
something
basically,
like
yeah, go ahead, Eric.
so I think it'd be something like you can copy or you can take someone's methods and apply your own principles to it.
100%, yeah, for sure.
Basically, like, you can learn from everyone, right? You can learn
Learn,
something.
exactly.
You
And
can,
yeah, and that goes again, like my friends will always say, like, something, not like something funny, like we'll have jokes or something, they're like, oh, like this guy isn't good at Madden or something, like, and he'll be running something good, and they'll be like, oh yeah, I'm not running it because he sucks. I'll be like, what the heck, I'm gonna run that, bro, even if he's not
yeah,
that great, I'm still gonna run that,
it's a
bro. Well, you
dope
guys
play.
are,
Yeah.
yeah, you guys are tripping if you don't want to run that play. I'll
If you,
tell them that straight
yeah,
up.
if you think
Okay.
about it in life, you can literally learn something from anyone. You can learn
Exactly.
things about like what to do. You can also learn things what not to do, you know? But you're learning.
Yeah.
That's the biggest thing.
Learning is, yeah, there's so many concepts and principles of life. So many. Learning. There's just so many.
Definitely, man. So then, so it sounds to me like what really set you apart from everyone else is like you're able to stay open-minded, adopt other people's minds, or adopt other people's like plays. You don't let emotion kind of get in your way, and you're like a big proponent of like following your passion, staying true to who you are, and like just trusting in yourself. So knowing
Yeah.
all this, like, what are some plans for the future you have?
Definitely some plans. I've had a great year so far doing this. We've started up, me and my boy, I'm gonna shout him out. His name is Sahil Pandit. He's helped me out a lot. I used to go to had a college course with him, and we kind of talked about it. It's kind of crazy. Before he didn't really know, like I played Madden, and then one day he figured it out, and then we never really talked though in that class. And then a whole summer passed by, and then we were in the same class again. He was talking to me like, "That's crazy, bro. You play Madden, you do all this, all that." And he had some work, and like he did a bunch of work with editing and YouTubing and just like overall being a social type of guy. I'm kind of social, but like I wasn't really at that point where I'm posting the pictures. I should have been ever since I started, but he gave me a lot of like confidence, and like he's like, "Oh yeah, you should do this, you should do that," and he gave me a bunch of ideas, and he helped me a lot with overall just posting to social media and just a bunch of other areas, conversing with other people, interacting, and just saying how it was. I've come a long way with I was very shy in high school, and just in general I was kind of timid, shy, to now like I was on ESPN, bro. Like I was just capping yelling at people.
Yeah, that's absolutely insane, man.
You're just out here yelling at people on freaking
live
television.
on the TV, bro. Not caring what anyone thinks or says. But once again, shout out my dude Sahil. We started up the YouTube, the Twitch. We've been growing in the content side of things. So I have the competitive scene now, and then I have Madden content where there's a big audience in content. Playing viewers, playing subscribers, just overall relating to your fan base. And I've grown a pretty great fan base so far. We're gonna still keep at it. And that's what we've done this year. Last year was a lot of competitive. This year I'm still in the competitive scene. Like I still have one more tournament. I'm gonna let you guys know all about the details when it comes out.
Definitely, bro. Sounds dope, man.
That's such a dope story.
Is your YouTube the same as everything else?
Yeah, it's Pavan Lakhat, PavanLakhat.
Okay, we'll link that down below.
Yeah,
we'll link all that stuff down below.
I got 20. I need like 20 more subs to get a 1K. It's honestly crazy.
Damn, dude.
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
1K? Yeah, we just recently, last night, hit 1,000 downloads, dude.
That's nuts, bro.
Yeah, it was a pretty nice milestone for us.
We're just
honestly, those milestones, like, celebrate them, bro. Like, I know it's always like, you want to get more and better, but celebrate those. Sean, my dude, telling me, he said the small victories. I listened to that. Always celebrate those small victories, bro. It goes a long way, bro.
That warms my heart, man.
Yeah, like you listen to our other podcasts too,
Yeah, bro.
Just like hearing that and like listening to that and like you're relating to like old episodes. That like warms my heart, man.
So bro. You got a big fan, bro. You got to keep it up, though. You guys will. If you keep it up, only good things can come. Only good things will come. Nothing. You can only control what's gonna happen. Only good things can come.
Yeah, dude.
Definitely gonna take advice, especially from someone that's like at your level now. Like if there's
Of
anything to hear from anyone, it's from you.
Yeah, like you're out here doing it. You're doing what you love. So what about like the kids out there that are in high school right now and they're like, oh, dude, that kid used to go to my high school. What's some advice you have for these little kids?
Honestly, like this is as funny as it sounds. I think I was planning on going to Yuba City High School because my brother goes there. He's a senior. I mean, obviously before the quarantine. And my sister is a freshman. So I was gonna plan on. I don't know if it was gonna happen. I was planning. I'm gonna go there and do like a little speech. See if they would want me to do a speech, like at a rally or something. Talk. I hadn't emailed them, but that's kind of a thing I had in plan.
That would be dope, bro.
And we were gonna record it and all that, but that's besides the point. We are just gonna talk to them, just tell them, whatever it is, don't. If you hear my story, don't go out there to start playing video games when you haven't played video games ever. I mean, you could play. And if you're good, then good. Keep at it. But whatever you got for your life, like whatever you plan, I know plans could change all the time, and who knows, even myself, it could change. But whatever you have going on, keep going. Give yourself 100%. And don't let anyone slow you down. That's all I pretty much could say. Just keep on the grind. Like everyone has something they're good at. everyone has something they're passionate with.
Mhm.
And if you find that thing you're good and passionate about,
Boom.
good things are going to come. Great things will come.
Yeah. So basically, just go full send into things that you love and into your passions, into like what you
Mhm.
actually want to do. You know, not what other people want you to do, but what you want to do. Just go full send.
100%, man. 100%.
And kind of drop what everybody else thinks about you, or what someone has to say about you doing that, about you following your passions.
Yeah, dude.
Yep.
Because I bet definitely a lot of people are trying to stop you from playing Madden, right? Just like, or they probably say a bunch of things about you playing Madden. Just like with this podcast, I bet a lot of people say stuff about us, but that never stopped us, you know?
Yeah, that's facts, bro. I mean, at the end of the day, there's always going to be, side trips. Have you seen the athletes, bro? They get millions and millions of people. I mean, I want to say millions, but thousands and hundreds of thousands of people that don't like their game
Oh,
or just say little things. But there's a
Mhm.
reason why they're the athlete, and the person who's saying that is, just insignificant.
Boom.
Just like watching them.
Yeah, it's just they're just wasting their own energy, because at the end of the day, the athlete is never gonna see that comment, never gonna see that tweet. I mean, they'll hear it sometimes and they'll react, but if it's like LeBron James and he hears that comment, he's gonna drop 40 on your team, bro. If he hears that, bro.
You dropped 40, dude.
Yes.
Yeah, that's dope, dude. Are there any like resources that like got you this mentality? Like, where'd you learn all this from? Like, is there books that you recommend, YouTube channels?
Honestly, I haven't read as many books as I should. I don't know. I felt like this has all just been things I've learned from people, and just things I've seen from Instagram. I mean, I do my fair share of scrolling and all that type of stuff, and it's just the way I think. I mean, I've watched a few videos. I mean, I'll try to look back and find it, and if I do, I'll let you know. But Sahil helped me out a lot. My dude gave me a lot of nice concepts and beliefs, and overall, it's just the way I think about a lot of things in life.
That's dope, man. That's great to hear, man.
Yeah. Do you have any like questions for us, Pavan?
I asked this a little before we started. I'll ask it again. How did you guys start? When did you guys start? And like, why did you guys want to start?
So
basically, right? We just like I was telling you earlier, it's kind of like me and Pravdeep just have like this like itch to talk about certain topics, like we're both really into like kind of investing and stuff, or like scheming about things,
self-development. We're always scheming, me and
like always,
stay scheming,
bro.
Stay scheming. Stay scheming.
Bro, you remember that YouTube channel like days ago, Pavan?
Which one, bro? I have not the best memory. Like, I'll try to remember.
Oh, shit.
We created this like 3 years ago, bro. It was me, Harry,
God.
and Glenn, bro. Oh my.
It was pretty wild.
You're gonna have to link that, bro.
No,
hey,
bro.
I was looking at my subscriptions earlier. You know how you see your subscription list, and I seen it, bro. Yeah. And I watched the old video. Bro. Oh man,
cringy, bro.
Straight cringe, yes, bro. Honestly, believe it or not, that's how I be thinking a little bit when I be playing, and I be just yelling like. I'm capping. I'm like, bro, why did I strike captain at this dude? He didn't say anything to me. That's how I be thinking, bro. That's how I be thinking. But
we always did something, right? Like last year, we tried to start up a clothing company called Culture.
Oh my.
Yeah, it was a great time. Honestly, it was like pretty dope stuff, and like
it was dope.
Was that the one that was selling at the Gurdwara?
No, we weren't selling.
Okay. No, I think that was some other guys. But no, we made like a concept shirt, and we had a couple of stickers, and then we were like, hey, bro, this kind of costs a lot of money.
Oh shit, yeah. I feel you.
It's costs a lot of money. It takes a lot of time,
It takes a lot of time, bro.
Here's the thing, though. Like, if you ever can get back to that, like, if you guys are balling, then that's there it is. You already have the
definitely,
bro. We're definitely like.
I mean, that's just how I.
Yeah, we weren't in the place to like do that type of stuff. But I mean, now
of course,
we're looking back at it, right? We're like, hey, maybe eventually we might get to it,
maybe be like, hey,
of course.
But
I'll rep you guys' merch for sure if you ever drop some merch.
Hey, dope. Sure. Some outlet merch. How does that sound, bro?
Oh, outlet for sure, bro. That logo goes hard, bro.
Oh, yeah. You made that logo, bro.
Hey, shout out.
That logo goes hard, bro. It's wet.
Yeah, definitely.
Sweet, appreciate that.
That's the work of the Canva.
The what?
Canva's
dope, bro.
Yeah, bro. It's fire, bro. It's super fire.
But yeah, so like I said, we were just scheming. I think
Always scheming.
we went through this period where we were both like super busy, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we weren't able to like get our wiggles out, Like we get our wiggles out when
A
we kind
little
of like
itch.
our little itch out when we like talk to each other and like
Of
converse
course.
and we scheme, And
And
then
there was just maximum ideas at that point, and just
It was full start.
yeah,
we were
I
full
know
to the
what-
brim,
exactly.
bro.
Yes.
Hey, we were, bro. I remember, like we didn't see each other or talk to each other for like a couple months.
Sheesh.
Yeah, it was like
Couple
something
months,
like
wow.
that, bro.
Bro, couple months.
Wow.
Like, let me tell you, because we were so busy with school, with whatever was going on, right?
Mm-hmm.
Usually, me and Harry we would gym at the same time, but I was gymming.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, I was gymming early in the morning.
Yeah, and I was pulling up at like after class, like 1 p.m., 2
So
p.m.
just
type of deal.
completely different sides of the schedule, right?
Yeah,
Well, I
yeah.
mean, you said 1 p.m. I mean, that's not bad. I thought you were saying you were gonna say at nighttime. But either way, yeah, different schedules for sure.
Yeah, I used to pull up before I used to go to school, so this was like early in the morning, like freaking
Sheesh,
5
bro.
o'clock in the morning, right?
That's good. That's really good, though.
Yeah.
If you could, that's just like at the end of the day, that's just like a habit, and then just self-control. Like, can you do this every morning? Because it is hard waking up.
Oh,
in
dude,
the
it was
morning.
hard, bro.
Yeah,
It was hard.
Yeah.
But anyways, like we never had the time, right, to like talk to each other. So
And then when we did see each other, it just was like
it was jokes, bro. We saw each other at the gym one time. Like we won't talk to people at the gym too much for too long. We saw each other, bro. I swear to you, like we both had work or something going on right after, right? We talked to each other for like an hour.
What gym do you guys gym at?
NS. I don't know if it's gonna be
bro.
around
Yeah.
after the quarantine though, which is pretty sad.
Shit, bro.
Yeah, it's probably gonna shut her down.
Hey, but it is what it is. But then after that, we got our wiggles out. Then we started like chatting it up again, getting our wiggles out, and then we just decided like, hey, bro, we should like just do the podcast. We should just like do it,
And here we are.
Here we are.
7 or 8 episodes deep?
Yeah,
dude.
Yes, sir, bro.
Dude,
Yes,
pulling up.
sir.
First we started first we would just like pull up. We had this idea of like let's just record a podcast, right? But we did it just off of one phone. Off of Harry's phone, right? And it sounded absolutely terrible. Like
Yeah.
terrible, right?
Like
Well,
we'd be in
You
the
got to
sauna
start
or
somewhere.
something.
You always got to start somewhere, though.
Yeah.
You always start somewhere.
Yeah, we literally have like 3 episodes where we just like recorded random stuff that was on Harry's phone, right? And then
One day you got to drop that. That's all I got to say, bro.
Oh,
One day you got to drop.
it would be like some blooper action like on the
Yeah.
side of it.
Yeah. No,
Like
just later on along the lines when if you got it all set up, bro, that's gonna be like gold content. That's gonna be a lot of shares, a lot of views, all that type
Dude.
of stuff.
Like when we first started, bro.
Uh,
Yeah, dude. But
yeah.
it was so bad, and then a month went by, right? And then I'm like, dude, I got some stuff. Like I can bring some equipment and stuff. Like let's just, if we want to do this, let's do this, right? And then we hopped on a call with this guy. His name is Chase Tuning, and he's like, bro, if you guys want to do this and you guys are serious about doing this, right? Create a plan, think about the future, and just go at it, right?
Yeah.
After that call, I mean, we just sat down and we're like, hey, dude, let's do this.
like
right.
boom, boom.
Yeah, so we have like pretty good mics. Right now it's not the best because we're over a Zoom call, but like when this is all over, like our previous episodes, our first episodes, those were better quality because we were in person and we had the legit mic.
Yeah.
You know? Now it's just a Zoom call. But I mean,
Of course, you have to. You have to.
Yeah, it's the quarantine vibes, It gives it that quarantine feel.
Yeah, but that's how we started, right? And that's our why. And then we're just like, you know what? The outlet. What it's called, the outlet. Harry thought it was like we're like, dude, we just need an outlet, right? We're like, hey, the outlet.
We're like, hey, bro,
Hey,
what about the outlet?
the outlet, bro?
What school do you guys go to, real quick? Both of you.
Yuba
College.
Yuba College, bet you gotta when you get back. If we get back, you just start plugging your stuff like in class. I know it's gonna be weird or a little cringy,
Always, bro.
Yeah,
Bro,
you
I
always
think,
do that already. You already do that,
Dude, when I was in class, right, like everybody knew that I had, because that was when our first episode dropped before, right? And people would be like, hey, dude, the outlet, right? They'd be like shouting it in class. I'd be like, yo, what the hell's going on?
Oh, bro, that's exactly the type. That's high school vibes right there, bro. That's
Yeah,
exactly how.
And I was
Yeah,
like,
that's great.
I was like, hey, what's going on, bro?
That's great. That's great, bro. That's super nice. Mm-hmm.
Do you have any like suggestions, some things that we can apply to us that we can like help grow this podcast? Like, what do you recommend?
Just honestly, consistency is gonna like win the race. Like always, like you can't. I mean, it might be hard sometimes, but right now it's like the perfect opportunity in my eyes to just whatever it is online, boom, you got it. That's like whatever you're working on, it's online, boom. You got to go to work now. I know for myself, I've been slacking a little bit on the streams, but that's because I've been kind of like. Often with Madden, you got to kind of like you don't want to always play on stream before a tournament and, show yourself. And like, you got to kind of hide some of the plays and catch them off guard, But that's where I'm at for sure. I'm going to turn on those Twitch streams, hopefully I'll see you guys in there. But once again, for you guys, just, keep at it. Like keep doing these uploads out, weekly for sure. And the numbers will be there for sure.
Yeah.
All right, bro. We appreciate that advice for sure, man.
Of course.
Definitely got to apply it. I mean, we're trying our best.
No, you guys are doing great, bro. It's been
I appreciate
like most people by now, like maybe they would have slowed down for sure. I don't even know. Maybe just stop doing it for like. I mean, that's the truth, man. It's the honest truth.
That's true, man.
Yeah, definitely.
Like I remember last week we met up and we're like, hey bro, you want to like record other people? And we lined up a bunch of people and we just did them.
Yeah.
But, I mean, that was dope. Any last things you got to say, Harry? Anything you want to ask?
I just appreciate your time, Pavan. It was great.
Anytime, bro. Especially now, anytime, bro.
Yeah, it was a pleasure.
Of course, bro. Of course. Just like the high school days, bro. I was just thinking about that randomly the other day, bro.
Yeah. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this was Pavan. Hope you guys enjoyed the podcast. If you guys learned something new, right? Share with your friends, share with your mom and dad. Leave it a 5-star review. And if you guys have any questions, have any questions for Pavan, you can always DM us. His DM
or DM Pavan.
Yeah, DM us or DM Pavan. Yep.
And then I'll definitely leave all of Pavan's social in the little description box. Leave his YouTube, Instagram,
his
Twitch, everything. And
take care, guys.
That'll do it. Hope you guys enjoyed.
Peace out.
Boom.